Hello friends, today we'll discuss minimization of a DFA by using table filling algorithm. We'll take an example of a DFA which consists of 6 states from Q0 to Q5. The first step towards minimization of a DFA is to remove unreachable states from initial state. Here in this transition diagram we can easily identify that state Q5 is unreachable from state Q0. So we'll remove state Q5 and its incident edges and we get a DFA after removal of state Q5. Now this DFA will be considering for our further processing. In this table filling algorithm we'll prepare a table. Here we'll mark the pairs. You can see in this table a cell is a pair and we'll mark these pairs. Now first of all we'll consider the diagonal pairs, that is Q0, Q0. So if I consider state Q0, Q0, now I need to identify the equivalent states here in this case. Equivalent state means two states, if we apply same input symbol, they will give you the same transition. These states are called as equivalent states. Now we'll consider this pair, that is Q0, Q0. Now there is no point in saying that Q0 whether it is equivalent with state Q0, right? So we have to ignore this particular pair. Next pair is Q1, Q1. Same thing, both the states in this pair are same. So again there is no point in checking whether they are equivalent or not. So we'll mark all these diagonal elements which are having the same states in a pair. We'll ignore all these pairs. Next we'll consider another pairs. One is above diagonal and another is below diagonal. For example, we'll consider a pair called as Q0, Q1 and Q1, Q0. You can see even though these are the two different pairs, the states which we have considered here are the same states. So it is actually repetition of these pair. So what we'll do, we'll consider one pair out of these two and we'll ignore the other one. We can take another example, Q1, Q2. First pair, and second pair if you consider Q2, Q1. Again, even though these two are the different pairs, but we are repeating the states here. So we'll consider one and we'll ignore the second pair here. We'll apply it for all these pairs and one pair we'll ignore. Here I have marked all these cells or all these pairs which we are supposed to ignore. Some of them, the diagonal elements are with the same states in a pair, and above diagonal these are the pairs which are already repeated with the cells below the diagonal. So we'll remove all these cells which are marked here. We get this table after removing the cells which are marked. Now we need to find out the equivalent states. On the current states, if I apply certain input symbol, it will take me to the next states. If a pair, on applying same input symbol, it will take me to another pair, and if the next states are equivalent to each other, then we can say that the current states are also equivalent to each other. But when we speak about this equivalence, the next states, both these next states must be either final states or both of them must be non-final states. You cannot say that one final state is equivalent to another non-final state. It is not possible at all. So what we will do now, we'll consider non-final states and final states. We can see in this transition diagram Q4 is a final state. We'll mark the cells which are having a combination of this Q4 and all other states which are non-final states. For example, if I consider a pair Q0 and Q4, in this state Q0 is non-accepting state, non-final state, and Q4 is an accepting state. So I'm sure that they can't be equivalent at all. So we'll put a cross mark there. Similarly, another pair Q1 and Q4. Q1 is non-accepting state, Q4 is an accepting state. They are also not possible to be equivalent. We'll mark that cell also, indicating that they are not equivalent. Similarly, Q2, Q4 and Q3, Q4. These cross marks indicate that these states cannot be equivalent. Now whatever cells are remaining, we'll take all these cells, we'll take all these pairs one by one. So we'll prepare another table where we'll consider all these pairs. So to begin with, pair Q0, Q1. Now on these pairs we'll be applying our input alphabet. In our example, input alphabet is A and B. Input symbols are A and B. Now on Q0 we'll apply A, which will take me to state Q1. On Q1, if I apply A, it will take me to Q1. Similarly, Q0 on B, it takes to Q2, and Q1 on B takes to Q3. Now, what we will do here is we'll take these pairs and we'll see that if at least one pair out of these two pairs is marked, then we'll mark our current pair. Q1, Q1, both the states are same, so there is no question of getting marked here. Q2, Q3, we'll see that whether this pair is marked. We can see Q2, Q3 pair is not marked yet, so we'll not mark Q0, Q1 also. Moving to the next pair, Q0, Q2. Q0 on A, it takes to Q1, and Q2 on A, it goes to Q1. Q0 on B, it goes to Q2, and Q2 on B goes to Q2. Again, we can see here both are same, Q1, Q1 and Q2, Q2. There is no question of these cells to be marked because this cell is not there in our table. So we will not mark Q0, Q2. Our next pair is Q0, Q3. Q0 on A, it goes to Q1. Q3 on A, it goes to Q1. Q0 on B goes to Q2 and Q3 on B goes to Q4. We can see the pair Q2, Q4 is marked, so we'll mark Q0, Q3 also. Any of these two pairs has to be marked. If it is, then we'll mark our current state wala pair. Next pair is Q1, Q2. Q1 on A goes to Q1, Q2 on A goes to Q1. Q1 on B goes to Q3 and Q2 on B goes to Q2. Again, we can see in this table Q2, Q3 is not marked. Q1, Q1 is also not marked because that cell is not there. So we will not mark Q1, Q2. We'll consider next pair now, Q1, Q3. Q1 on A goes to Q1, Q3 on A goes to Q1, Q1 on B goes to Q3 and Q3 on B goes to Q4. We can see Q3, Q4, this pair is marked, so we can mark pair Q1, Q3 as well. Next pair is Q2, Q3. Q2 on A goes to Q1, Q3 on A goes to Q1, Q2 on B goes to Q2 and Q3 on B goes to Q4. Again, here also we can see Q2, Q4 is marked. We can mark Q2, Q3. We have completed all the pairs, but still these three pairs, that is Q0, Q2, Q0, Q1 and Q1, Q2 are unmarked. We will consider them once again. I'll prepare the table once again with these three pairs. Q0 on A takes to Q1, Q1 on A takes to Q1, Q0 on B goes to Q2 and Q1 on B goes to Q3. We can see the pair Q2, Q3 is marked, so we can mark Q0, Q1 also. Next, Q0, Q2. Q0 on A goes to Q1, Q2 on A goes to Q1, Q0 on B goes to Q2 and Q2 on B goes to Q2. Q1, Q1, this pair is not marked. In fact, this pair does not exist. And Q2, Q2, this pair is also marked, is not marked. So we will not mark Q0, Q2. And finally, Q1, Q2 pair. Q1 on A goes to Q1, Q2 on A goes to Q1, Q1 on B goes to Q3 and Q2 on B goes to Q2. We can see the pair Q2 Q3 or Q3 Q2 you can say is marked, so we can mark Q1 Q2 as well. Now one pair remains unmarked, that is Q0 Q2. We can consider it once again, but there is no change on the next states, that is Q0 on A is Q1, Q2 on A is Q1, Q0 B is Q2 and Q2 on B is Q2. So no change. We can conclude that the states Q0 and Q2 are equivalent to each other. We'll merge these two states together and we'll reconstruct the DFA. There is no change in the transitions of Q1, Q3 and Q4 states. Only we are going to merge state Q0 and Q2 and we'll reconstruct the DFA. We can see Q0A is Q1, no change in that. Q0B is Q2. But as we have merged Q0, Q2, there will be a self loop. Then Q2A is Q1 and Q2B is again self loop. So we'll have a self loop on a state Q0, Q2 on B. This is the DFA after merging Q0 and Q2. We can see our original DFA given was having 6 states and our DFA after minimization consists of 4 states. This is how we can minimize the DFA. Thank you all.